Hello everybody and welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day as a Fat Person reaction video, and like we like to do on this channel, please put your guesses of what you think these people are going to be eating down in the comments below. My guess is that someone is going to have dessert for breakfast. So let's get into it.
What I eat in a day as a fat girl. Coke
Oh, just so you know, I've muted the music in most of these videos, so if it sounds a bit weird, that's why.
0.
Starting your day off with some kind of takeout, which is a fabulous way to start your day and is 100% going to set you up for a really productive, active day. So we've got a fizzy drink for breakfast, and it is a Coke Zero, so it is zero sugar, which is the only saving grace, but it is still a fizzy drink, and that is not the way to start your morning. Have some water instead, that will set you up much better.
curly fries.
Curly fries for breakfast is crazy. It's...
Beef and cheddar.
The cheese is
Is that's a burger? Oh my goodness me. That's for breakfast. Oh, wow. She would have been better off with dessert for breakfast. This is crazy. This is not breakfast food at all. And I know I've said previously that I like to eat like jacket potatoes for breakfast, or even sometimes like curries for breakfast, just because I like it. But having a greasy, fatty, carb heavy burger with fried potatoes and a fizzy drink for breakfast is certainly a choice that is quite disgusting, I think. And as I always say, I don't know how they don't feel poorly eating this kind of stuff all the time, because she must have spent, how much was that, $10 for breakfast, and the fat and the grease in it is crazy. That would make me feel absolutely atrocious. But then this is their diet. This is what they eat all the time, which is why they don't feel it the same way that you or I would feel it if we were to eat like this. Because they feel rough, but they don't realize they feel bad because they're so used to it. It's just how they live their life. It's just normal to them. I reckon that if they were to eat properly for a week, just eating real food, if they were then to go back to this diet, I think they would truly feel a massive difference, and they would actually recognize how bad this stuff makes them feel, because look at it. This does not look appetizing to me at all. It looks quite ghastly, to be honest. And to have it for breakfast, wow. To lick the packaging as well is just greedy. Oh.
Sugar free
so
energy
pretty.
drink.
He's so
No.
pretty.
No water.
Raspberry, strawberry, and coconut. Oh,
Cube
Cucumber salad to cancel out the burger for breakfast.
cucumber salad.
Looks good. Does look good. But she would be better off having that cucumber salad, because that looks really nice with some kind of protein. So either some some grilled chicken, or some low-fat mince or something like that. Even some high-quality sausages. Just something that she likes, that is good for her, because it's good that she's actually having some real food, but it doesn't cancel out the fat and the carbs and the nastiness that she had for breakfast. She would have been better off swapping the meals around. So having this with even some eggs, or as I said, some grilled chicken, would have been, yeah, much, much better. I wonder if this is kind of like a performative thing. Oh, I've eaten a burger for breakfast, therefore I should have something healthy for lunch, just so people don't think I'm a complete glutton. But that's crazy.
Breadsticks.
And she's gone out again, so she's paying for more food that's like restaurant food. So this is a very expensive day for her. So this probably cost, what, I don't know, $40 for food for one day. That's crazy. And this is just carbs. So breadsticks with nacho cheese, carbs on carbs and fat, marinara sauce. Marinara is not
With
that bad.
nacho cheese and marinara.
Christ.
Salad with French dressing and red pepper.
That dressing is wild. It's got some cheese on there as well, but that doesn't look like an egregious amount of cheese. The salad's good, I guess, but there's no reason to pour this much sauce on it, and you can see how much she loves the sauce by her face, and I wonder if this is either enjoyment for the sauce that she's about to eat, or if it's because of the reaction that she's going to get from people for doing this. But it kind of defeats the purpose of having a salad if you're just going to smother it in sauces.
Dressing and red pepper flakes. Florentine pizza chicken.
How many people is that for? Oh my god, I've never seen a pizza that big in my entire life. How many people is that for? Because she doesn't look like she's with many people there. It looks like she's by herself. That must be for 20 people. 10 people, maybe. There's no way that's for even 6. That's crazy. That's something that you would have at a function. Oh my goodness me.
Chicken.
And there's no need to eat the cheese like that. You're in public. And she's got, like, it looks like nachos as well, unless that is the pizza. Wow. So that was the end of that lady's videos. And I don't believe that's all she ate. I truly don't, based on the fact that she had fast food for breakfast, then the cucumber salad in the middle, and then that massive pizza with the saucy salad. I don't think that's all she ate at all. I don't believe that whatsoever, because there was no proper dessert, and I don't believe somebody that eats like that doesn't have a dessert in the day or a snack. But that's an egregious day of eating. That's quite disgusting, to be honest, and I'm not surprised she's as big as she is. And I think she definitely is playing up for it in the camera, just based on her facial expressions and the way she eats, because there's no etiquette or anything involved. And I do wonder if she is playing up to some sort of audience that pays for such behaviour. But irrespective of whether she's getting paid or not, the consequences of eating like that are going to catch up to her real quick, and she's not going to enjoy them when she gets heart disease. So we've gotten the next lady, and she's muted again because of the music. So she says, what I eat in a day is a big girl who doesn't care about losing weight. With timestamps. Okay. 8 a.m, minion custard. So she's eating chocolate custard for breakfast, so we're having dessert for breakfast. I was right, how could I have guessed? And this is not a good way to start your day. It's just calories for the sake of calories. It's just sugar, and it's obviously targeted towards children because of the minion on it. And I'm not going to say what people should or shouldn't feed their children, but this is a dessert, irrespective of whether you give it to your baby or not. This is a dessert, this isn't a breakfast. I don't think anybody would think it was okay to give this to a child for breakfast, so why would you give it to yourself for breakfast, if you know what I mean? She's much better off eating some food rather than this. So eat your food, eat your calories, you will be more satiated, it will set you up for the day better, and this will probably make her feel very, very hungry if she doesn't eat anything else at 8:30. But she'll probably eat again, probably about 10. Goodness me. So she's had dessert for lunch as well. So we've gone from chocolate custard to coffee and a brownie, and I don't believe she only ate one brownie. Someone has bitten this. All of these are probably gone by the end of her coffee, and there's no harm in having brownies, and there's no harm in enjoying like these, whatever they are, in moderation and not at lunchtime. This is not a lunch. This is a dessert that you should have at the end of the day after your food for the day. Don't eat this sort of thing for lunch. It is going to do nothing for you, especially if you've only had chocolate custard for breakfast. That's very silly. Where's the food?
Really won't.
And that looks sugary. Obviously I don't know, but it looks sugary. Aldi cauliflower bake, so yum. This is the second person that I've seen with an Aldi cauliflower / broccoli bake. Love that advertising for Aldi. And then she had a sun-kissed yogurt drink, as well. So sugary drinks at 4 p.m. Why not have this cauliflower for lunch? Why not eat this proper meal for lunch? Why would you have a brownie for lunch? And because not eating all day is not the way forward, or having very, very small amounts of food all day is just not the way forward, because yes, you might think that you're going to lose weight because you can't eat as much because you're only eating in a set period of time, but it doesn't necessarily work like that. It can work like that, but when you've got a food addiction, or you like to eat high ultra processed food like chocolate, custard, then it is very easy to eat 3,000 calories of food in 20 minutes because your food is so calorically dense that you can just eat not very much and not be full and still be way over your calories. This bake, for example, if we just take the cauliflower bake that she made, see if we can get a picture of it. Here, you can see it's obviously cauliflower. It's a lot of cauliflower, but it's a lot of creamy sauce as well. So depending on what you've made, how you've made that sauce, this could be easily over 1,000 calories in this pot, even though the main ingredient is supposed to be cauliflower. So things add up very, very fast, especially if you're eating things like creams and cheeses. They're so calorically dense, and the broccoli or the cauliflower or the carrots or whatever vegetable that you've got doesn't cancel it out. Just because you've had 100 calories of a vegetable doesn't mean you can eat an extra 200 calories of trash, because the 100 calories of vegetables doesn't then make it 100 calories overall. You're still eating 300 calories and 2/3 of it is bad for you. So it's very silly just to eat dessert, then an actual meal, because there's nothing wrong with this, and then a fizzy drink. Where's the water? And if she says this is all that she's eaten, I do not believe it for a single second. Loki forgot to eat today. I don't believe that. You don't get to be as big as she is forgetting to eat. I don't believe it at all. I think she is either fooling herself or trying to fool the audience. But we have eyes and we can see her. She is not that big, refusing and by forgetting to eat. That's not how that works. And I don't mean to put her on the spot and call her out as an individual, but you don't get that big not eating. It is physiologically impossible. And she didn't forget to eat because she had custard and then she had a brownie and then she had a bake. I imagine she felt bad for eating the chocolate custard and the brownie for breakfast and lunch, that she then either restricted heavily or she was embarrassed maybe and didn't want to show any of the extra snacks or the dinner that she ate. Because if I was to eat at 4 o'clock, I would probably be hungry about 8 o'clock. So I don't eat my dinner at 4. I make sure I eat my dinner at 6. It gives me time to digest so I can get ready for bed when I want to go to bed. But it also means that I'm not hungry right before bed as well. So it is a balancing act and you've got to do what's best for you. But I don't believe that's all she ate. I just don't. And it was still quite a bad day as well because she had dessert, and then cheesy cauliflower. So it's not a good day whether she ate that on its own or not. But anyway, moving on to the next lady, and she says, what I eat in a day is a fat girl who loves food, no calorie counting. 8 a.m, Baker's Delight Mediterranean pizza. Again, this is not the best choice for breakfast, and yes, you can have things like pizza for breakfast if you want to, of course, it's your call, but this is going to be very high in carb, very probably low in protein, so it's not going to keep her very full, and there's probably a lot of saturated fats in it as well. So it's not the best thing to have for breakfast, and if you love food, there are so many options around food that you can have that are healthy for you, very, very tasty, and just enjoyable. You don't have... Healthy food doesn't just have to be plain chicken and rice. It doesn't have to be like that. You can have so many different meals, different ways of cooking things, different sauces and stuff that are still good for you, still taste nice, and won't give you diabetes. But yeah, let's see the pizza she shows us. So there is some veggies on it, and it was pretty big. So yeah, it's not the best choice. So we're going to move on to lunch, and she's having taco leftovers for lunch, which doesn't sound too bad. I imagine it's like salady things with some beans and some chicken, I would assume. Okay, that's not actually a bad lunch, to be fair. That's not a bad lunch. So she's got the protein at the bottom, it looks like mince. Then she's got salady things, and then she's crunched up some taco shells on the top. And it doesn't look like an extortionate amount of tacos, so that's really good. Overall, it's pretty solid. Maybe add some more salad to make it more full, so you get more volume. But overall, it's not that bad. I imagine it was quite tasty as well. And she's had some water, which is good. Cookie time, restocking the work cookie jar. 2 orange biscuits are my favourite. Did she only have 2? Maybe. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt and say she did. And she's having fast food for dinner. Okay, so she's had processed pizza for breakfast, then she made her lunch, which was nice, and then she had ultra processed biscuits, and now she's having fast food and she's having more pizza. So this is more carbs, more fats for dinner, and she's having chips as well, and that's a really big pizza. Wow. Terrible choice. Accidentally ordered thin crust. That's probably the best thing for you, and I don't mean that to be mean, but you've already had pizza today and dessert, so a thin crust never hurt anybody, and it's actually a much better choice than having thick crust. It's less carbs. It still tastes the same in my limited experience of fast food pizza, but probably a third less of the calories, just cutting down the base. So there's nothing wrong with that in general, and it is probably better for her, and it's the whole pizza as well, so you still get a lot of food just for less calories. We watched the Unknown Number documentary. Okay. And yeah, so pizza and chips for dinner. And oh no, another one that loves these Oreos and the Sour Patch ones. Had the Oreo Sour Patch Kids edition. Oh my god, I love these. How many did she have? Did she, like the other lady in one of the previous videos, eat the entire sleeve? Because that's between 600 and 800 calories or something crazy. So weird, but I like the flavour. So the only real food she ate all day was her tacos lunch thing. And it's a shame, because she says that she loves food, but she didn't really eat any food. All she ate, the only food that she really ate was the taco salad. Everything else was ultra processed junk, really. And there's nothing wrong with having it. As I've said multiple times, there is nothing wrong with having biscuits and having pizza and having things that you enjoy, but you need to have them in moderation, and these people don't have them in moderation. I don't care what they say, and you can tell that because of how big they are. They will suffer health consequences, and eating Oreos is not worth having diabetes, because things like diabetes, people think they're not that bad because they're so common, but they are very, very serious conditions. You can go blind from having diabetes. You can have your feet amputated from diabetes. And these people, if you've noticed, are all very young, so they've not yet reached the point where their bodies are going to give up and suffer these consequences. But I would still bet money on it that she's got joint problems because she's so big. You can enjoy food and it not be ultra processed. It's such a shame that they don't seem to believe that.
You guys want to know how sick and...
So we're off to a good start. Another one who's starting the day with fast food, and she's ordered this. So God knows how much it costs. What would you guys assume? $20 maybe? I have no idea. And having 2 drinks at once is entirely unnecessary. And again, I wonder if it's feeding a certain audience that enjoys this sort of stuff. Because most people wouldn't do this because it's unusual and it's greedy. And you just don't need to do it. Especially when it's 2 fizzy drinks as well.
You guys want to know how sick and wrong I am? I knew that today I was starting a GLP-1, so last night, the night before.
She is a very big girl. Oh my goodness.
I was like, let's get in one last mukbang galore. We started off with our toasty Cheez-Its, per usual.
Yeah, that's not the way to look at food at all. If you're going on a GLP-1, and I do truly hope it works for her, but the fact that she said that she's starting the GLP-1 tomorrow, and so today she's going to go crazy with the food, suggests to me that she hasn't done the mental work, where she's ready to make that change. So I imagine she's going to be one of those people that takes the GLP-1 and continues to eat the same trash they ate before, but in smaller quantities. And then as soon as they stop taking the medication, they complain that it didn't work because they've gained the weight back. But it's because they returned to their eating habits that made them 400 pounds in the first place. So I don't think she's ready to take a GLP-1, in my personal opinion, just because she doesn't seem to be ready to lose weight. She's still addicted to food. The fact that she said that she needs this last hinge before starting the GLP-1, she is still addicted to food. She still wants the ultra-processed garbage, and she will almost guaranteed gain the weight back if she loses any on the medicine, if she doesn't get some therapy whilst she's working on this. And I hope she does, because she is a very big girl, and if she hasn't already, like the rest of them, she will suffer some consequences in the near future. She is a very big girl.
I know you guys have seen that video. If you haven't, go check my pinned. And what do we have next? Olives and feta. Oh yeah, that was also a big food. What are we doing here, Jonna? What are we doing? We had some homemade fish fillets with lemon and hot sauce. I can't lie, that bus. And then my man was like,
Beige.
babe, I'm going to Taco Bell. So you know what? I ate Taco Bell with him. Yeah, I ate all that other stuff and I still wasn't done. So I got some Fiesta potatoes, 2 stackers, and a full sugar Baja Blast for the one time.
That's disgusting, and that's definitely not all she ate that day. It's just not, is it? Let's be real. We can be honest with each other here. So she ate Cheez-Its, then she had some feta with olives, then she had Taco Bell. You don't get this big by eating only that, and she said it was a hinge day for her. So she almost guaranteed ate lots of other stuff that day and just didn't show it. So it is a shame, because her life is 100% going to be impacted by her weight. You can see how she's stood now. The weight on her back must be insane. And there's no way that she can do normal physical activity that normal weight people can do, or healthy weight people can do. I bet she's winded walking up a flight of stairs. And I always think in situations like this of, if something were to happen, would I be able to run away? Would I be able to get myself out of a dangerous situation quickly, or would I be hindered by my body weight? And I think at a point in my life, there may have been a time where my body weight would have hindered me, because I wouldn't have been able to run very far. But thinking of it like that, if there was a dangerous situation, would she be able to run away? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. And that is really sad, because sometimes being able to run, or being able to hide, or being able to be mobile and agile can be the difference between being okay and being not okay. And obviously I don't know if she's got children or if she's got pets or anything like that, but you can't react quickly when you're in this sort of position either. And again, I truly do hope the GLP-1 works for her, because this is no way to live. It's not. I don't believe she's happy. I mean, not that she said that, but I don't believe she's happy. I don't believe she likes the way she is. I don't think she likes her lifestyle or anything like that. I think she'll think it's convenient, and I think she'll think it's tasty, because it's what she's addicted to. But it is no way to live, and I truly, truly do hope that the GLP-1 works for her and she gets some mental health help to not want to hinge eat all the time. Because even if she goes on the medication and she loses weight, as soon as she comes off of it, she will return to this size, if not bigger, because she will rebound and her eating habits will return, probably with a vengeance, and she will gain all of the weight back. And that is just, it's so sad. But we're going to leave this video on that note, and a little bit of a shorter video today. But yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please let me know down in the comments what you thought, what you did like, what you didn't like, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.